Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Happy Thursday.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. We got a full house tonight.
Yeah,
We
baby.
do.
Yes, we do. It is another evening at 8:34-ish of technical difficulties. Fuck technology.
We're kind of starting to go into the realm of
I like to say,
8:30-ish.
Ish. It's kind of like when the iPhone does its update. It's,
It's
5
the-
minutes just before it finishes downloading.
8:30 and change.
It is the curse of
Hey.
it's the curse of MPSP. I blame them. We got too many of those family members involved. Ugh.
We'll accept that.
It's either that or we can use the excuse like we were just getting ready. You said you'd wait.
Just 5 more minutes. Just
Right,
5 more minutes.
exactly.
For us ladies,
gotta go pee one more
8:30 it's really 9:30. Like, estimate time frame. You always got to give us a couple of hours or
Exactly.
At least a half
No,
hour.
give me like 5 minutes and I'm
Yeah.
good. You can always
Just
tell
5
how
more
bad
minutes.
I am.
5
Because
more
I
minutes.
can't literally I was talking with my husband today. I don't know how to use a curling iron. I don't know how to use a blow dryer.
Mhm.
I'm terrible at makeup. Hence the reason you've never seen it on.
No, you did wear it one day.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The date the
Halloween one.
the Halloween one.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was about it.
Right.
I love your glasses, by the way, Grims.
Oh my gosh, that's just my standard ones that I wear.
Yeah, I don't know. They look really good with the hair and everything.
Thank you. Nice frame. I need to go get new ones. But yeah, anywho. Anna? Oh, sorry, you're in the middle of drinking.
Miss Macchiato.
Well, you're good. You're good. To Miss Macchiato.
Miss
The
Macchiato.
girl Macchiato.
Oh, yeah.
So
Anybody else
tonight,
have their coffee?
Oh,
I have
Cheers.
I have something healthier.
cheers, everyone.
Oh, cheers. We're doing cheers. Here you
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
So tonight, everybody, we have a very, very, very special guest. Tonight, we are being joined by Miss Maya Dawn Fisher. How are you doing this evening, ma'am?
Yay.
I'm holding
I'm,
the phone with your hand. The sound of one
I'm
hand
good.
clapping.
Just do it in sign language style. Just
Yeah.
there you go.
Oh, that was that TFCon clap.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't want to upset the youngins,
Yeah. No, I'm good. Throat's a little, pardon me. Happy that you guys wanted to have me on, and a little nervous doing this, brand new out of the, emerged into the world, so to speak. It's the first time doing a live broadcast, so I was a little nervous about that, but I think I'll be okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. You're amongst friends.
absolutely.
Exactly.
We won't make it hurt that hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an incredibly high pain tolerance.
We don't bite.
Hard.
Talking about
Hard.
hazing her or
We don't.
something?
We don't bite unless you want us to.
I was gonna say that's what she said.
Oh, Miss Boston.
Oh, yeah, he always has to join at some point.
Yeah.
He's nosy.
Well, Abby was actually sitting on my mouse earlier.
That's
what I was yelling
why.
at.
That could be why you're having problems.
Just blame the cat.
Yeah.
Yep. Blame the cat.
When in doubt, just blame
So,
the cat.
Miss Maya, what have you been up to
Yeah.
this week? You're muted. Oh, there you go.
Oh, needs
What
a
have
second.
you been up
Okay.
to this week, Miss Maya?
No, she needs a second. Give it just
Yeah,
a moment.
okay.
So
Okay.
yeah. Anyway,
No problem.
let's see.
Sorry about that. I had to clear my
What has
throat.
everybody else been up to this week?
You're okay.
Working.
Sure.
Oh,
Working.
no worries. No worries.
Working.
It happens. Working.
Yes. Miss
Working.
Maya,
Working.
what have you been up to
Yes.
this past week? How's it been for you?
For me, it's
Mhm.
been pretty amazing. actually, because Friday is when I came out to the world.
Mm-hmm.
And took a lot of people by surprise, I'm
Mhm.
sure. Man, my throat is killing me.
Okay.
But something that I was terrified of doing, and I just said, do it. Just go ahead and do it. And I was terrified of the reactions I was going to get, and I've just been overwhelmed and overjoyed with all the support and the positivity and the love that's just been shown to me in this past week. And I've been riding this euphoric wave ever since.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
That's
Does it-
awesome.
That's awesome.
Does it feel like a rebirth? Do you feel like a refreshed person? Like a
I do. I feel like there's just been such a weight lifted, and that there's no stress from the whole having this huge dark secret anymore.
Mhm.
It's just like my anxiety that's normally caused by having the dysphoria that I have
Mhm.
Mhm.
is there's no anxiety related to that anymore. It's just
That's
gone.
awesome.
That's fantastic.
Really
That's awesome.
good.
Now, I'm sure all of us are going to have many questions. So if there's anything that you're uncomfortable with, please just let us know. We can
Yeah.
stop it.
Just let us know.
But I guess with dysphoria, there's a lot of people who have their own trans journeys and what they come to come out. You had spoken in your post about knowing when you were 4, if I am correct, on it,
Yes.
from it. What is it at that age that kind of just felt like you were in a body different than what you were assigned at birth?
Finding like my mother's pantyhose and high heels
Mm-hmm.
and putting them on and walking around and thinking, oh, this feels right. This is, yeah, I'm supposed to be a little girl.
Mhm.
And sorry.
So,
No worries. It's no worries.
Yeah.
This is not nerves. This is actually something in my throat. But
It's a frog.
no,
It's a frog, isn't it?
Tell them to get out of there.
but she told me that no, you're a boy. You're not supposed to do this. There's something wrong with you. Stop it.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept it up. And then, she kept reiterating, no, you're sick in the head. Don't do this. That's not what you were supposed to do. And I would want to play with Barbie dolls and things like that. And, I just didn't care. I didn't see anything as wrong with what I was doing, but it was being drilled into me that it was. So, of course, every night, living and growing up in the Bible Belt, I used to, like a good little kid, say your prayers before bedtime. I used to pray every night, please let me wake up a girl like I was supposed to be tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And of course, obviously that never happened. And eventually, it just, after years and years of that, it stopped, and I accepted the fact that, okay, there's nothing I can do about it right now, but I still feel this way inside.
Mm-hmm.
And growing up in a tiny, tiny, tiny mountain town, very isolated away from, any type of civilization, it was very, very frowned upon, very taboo. So, of course, I didn't tell anybody when I was growing up, and I always kept hiding it. But, that's no more of that.
Was it because you were in such a smaller town, as you described, that there wasn't much of a queer community to kind of feel open to any of that kind of stuff, Tiffany?
There was no community. You got to think I went to high school in the 90s. So
Yeah.
I graduated in 94, and there was no community. I was homophobic myself back then because I had never met a person who was not straight. I didn't know, anything about it except what I would maybe see in a movie.
Okay.
And it was actually when I was 18 and I was living with my grandmother in South Carolina after I graduated high school. Her best friend was gay, and I met him, and I was like, this dude's awesome. I was like, well, everything I've always been told about gay people is completely a lie. You know, this guy's, and it was then, you know, when I started getting exposed to the world, and then I found out, okay, there are people out there who actually do what I do. But there are people that actually just go out and live their life, you know, and I was like, I want to get to that point one day, but I was always terrified of it because mainly of the reaction from my family and the things that they had drilled into me growing up. So
You're not alone when you're not alone at all. Growing up,
So I have a good.
What I was gonna say is, growing up in the 90s was like that though. There was so many people that were homophobic just because they didn't know, they were scared because they had never heard about it.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about it, and here I come to find out that my dad's ex-wife had a girlfriend, and then I come to find out that a good portion of my friends, even my roommate in college. So it's not a bad thing. It's just the time that we lived in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I remember same thing. Like growing up, my uncle by marriage had a brother who's gay. And thankfully, like my family was very open-minded for the time. So it was just like, oh, okay, Gene and forget his name. They've been together forever. I just don't remember his name. You know, it was just like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. But when I got to college, like there was no community. And some of my friends, like when they came out, it was traumatic for them.
Yeah.
Because they had no idea. They were afraid they were going to lose everybody.
Well,
And
you went to
thankfully
college
some
just
do.
a couple hours up the road from me. So it's
Well,
not,
that
and
was,
it's,
yeah, that was vet school. I mean, actual undergrad was up in Buffalo.
oh,
which-
okay.
But it was a Jesuit college, Catholic college. So
Rough.
like there was no community, and I had several friends end up coming out to me, including one of my roommates. She came out as lesbian, and then a couple of my friends, we were actually beards, she and I, for two of our friends, so that they could date. They had like a safe place. Like our apartment was the safe space.
Oh.
It was
Well,
the
that's
two
awesome.
Stevens. One was Stephen with a V. The other was Stephen with a PH. V was my friend. PH was her friend. They met. They clicked. Like, and basically, my apartment was like their safe space. But if like it was a different set of circumstances, they would have been lost.
No, I
Yeah.
mean it's kind of like that though, and I mean things.
Yeah.
The way things are now is like it's a totally different world than it was 20 years ago.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
like my daughter's about to turn 16 years old, and a couple of years ago she came out to me that she was bisexual, and then that turned into a transgender situation, and then again she moved in with her dad into a small town, and it kind of washed out of her because it wasn't okay in that place. In that small town, is like 20 years ago was still active and live, and these things are not okay there. And now she's more on a gender fluid place, which is fine, which I think is great. It's all on her to figure that out, you know, and that's the person she is right now. You know, she's Marissa right now, and that's fine. Maybe tomorrow she'll want to be Trevor again, and that's okay too. It's just, I think that we grew up in a time where everything had to have a label. And I think that that's just kind of, it needs to get washed out of our minds. Like a person is just a person. It doesn't, if you know that person, then that's really all you need. Their gender is really not any of your business.
Yeah.
You know? Seriously.
My
What you
question
do
was,
when you pee is important.
Right.
when what's the difference between, you know, say me being a tomboy growing up
Right.
and how Maya feels
I don't really know if there's
As far as
I mean,
as
well,
far
there
as
is a
like
little bit of a
no,
difference.
in the community, I'm talking like
Oh,
like in
none.
society, it's okay for a girl to be very tomboyish, but it's not okay for a male child to want to be
feminine?
more feminine.
Yeah, right.
I get
That's really frowned upon.
Well,
It
it's
is.
how society is changing now. I think nowadays more people who grew up away more from that mindset or seeing it more and seeing the effects of it. They're, of course, allowing children to be more genderqueer. There are plenty of people who actually raise their children genderless. So they don't identify that to their child because they let their child have that experience as a whole.
Which is so smart. It
But
really is.
it goes back to why girls can be tomboys and boys can't be they would probably call sissies in that
Right,
sense.
That's not
Or,
positive at all.
any of that stuff.
No, it's not.
But in that aspect, it's more the male patriarchy aspect of it. I mean, it is what it is. It has to be acknowledged. But
Right.
it's kind of, that's what was dominant in there. Go
Right.
back to the 50s, which we discussed. You have the man that goes out, gets the work, comes home to the wife who has dinner ready, the 2 kids that are there that are going to be quiet and they're not going to do anything, the white picket fence house. You lived on one income and it was a male dominated income from it. Of course, that all changed when the war happened and women had to go into the workforce and started to have that, but it's never really quick and change. And so that's why for you being a tomboy, it is more accepted versus, as I said, the opposite.
Right.
Boys can't be
Yeah.
feminine because, got to be a man. You got to tough through it. You got to knuckle
Yeah.
down and be that type of person.
But in the same turn, I mean, there is a lot of pressure to be whatever sex you are. You know what I mean? Like, even as a child, like my mother really pushed female toys on me as a young person. I don't like Barbies. I never did. I think they're dumb. It wasn't my thing, but it was very pushed on me. Like, whereas
Transformers
we're not.
and Star Wars.
They were not.
Bionicle. Don't forget Bionicles. Oh, those were my favorite toy. When
Hey,
I was young.
I was always a fan of the Tonka trucks.
I stuck
Oh,
with
those are
Legos.
fun though.
Matchbooks.
Lego
So
was my
fun.
jam.
Legos. I think what
I
helped
love
with me is I grew up. I mean, I have an older sister, but we had a babysitter. She had 2 boys, and I pretty much grew up with them. So we had tons of different toys. So I always had. I mean, I would roughhouse with them. They were not afraid to throw me down on the ground. Like, we would wrestle, and there were many times where I got the air knocked out of me because I landed on that
Yeah.
ground. I had scars on my knees from rollerblading and falling on the concrete. I probably still have
Bike
some
accident.
concrete embedded in my knees.
Oh my god.
You and me both. I had skin knees permanently, like my entire childhood, from like
Mine was
running
my
around and-
nose. I would
Hmm.
do. My mom said from the time I was 2 for a couple years, I had a skinned nose because I would just do a face plant.
Faceplant. Were you
And
clumsy?
I'm great at doing that now.
Were you clumsy as a kid?
I never stopped.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
My mom put me in
tripped going up-
ballet.
I tripped going uphill. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Upstairs. I don't know how I made it through marching band without falling on my ass.
Here's the thing. I'm still clumsy, but I know how to catch myself more. So there you go.
Right,
I still
right.
fall like all the
I had
time.
I had a nickname at the hospital, the one hospital. It was called Tumbelina.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You
Aw.
poor lady.
Oh no!
Eric has told me he's going to cut me off at the knees and give me wheels if I keep falling.
I don't recommend that.
Right, yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, you,
That or Bubble.
You showed
You
off.
watch the boy in the
Oh,
bubble.
yeah.
there you
go.
Look
There you
at
go.
that.
I love it.
Social distancing at the max.
You took the penguin off though.
Yes.
Well, it's in the living room with the other 3.
Okay.
All
Yay.
right.
It's
I
still
got
there.
I got a little penguin family.
That's awesome.
Doobie
I love
doo.
I love that. It's so cute.
Penguins are great. They are. That's great.
Sorry
I
we
love-
weren't able to get you a real one when we were at the aquarium. We tried.
I told them to
Tried
smuggle
to
it out of
smuggle-
in a cooler.
The damn things just wouldn't
That's
stay still with
fantastic.
I
it.
don't. And the Uber driver kind of
Oh,
frowned upon
Oh,
it
he's
when
so
we
cute.
tried.
His happy feet.
Those are
Yeah,
those
this-
beast
Oh.
boxes.
Yeah.
Aw.
So cute.
Those beast boxes are really cool because all the different animals they turn into, and then there's some other fandoms that they like branched out into.
Oh, we saw those one night in the hangout, me, you, JD, and Brink, and I was like, I'm buying those penguins.
Yeah, that was on a hangout when Google Hangouts was still a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. I missed shopping online with Brink. I missed that.
Maya, you do realize you're going to get a horde of penguins at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Just file it away. We know what to get you.
I love them. I want a real one.
What is it that draws you to penguins?
They're just awesome, and they're all like proper and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wear their little
They're great.
tuxedos all the time, and they're all like, perfect.
Yeah.
yeah, and they're like straight. They're like they stand up straight all the time.
And they waddle just like me.
Mhm.
You and me both. I got to the point at work where I'm just like, just put that animal on the table for me, would you? I'm like, I'm not getting on the floor anymore because getting up is getting way difficult. It really is. It's to the point, like I'm not to the point where people have to help me out, but it's like close enough where I'm like, just walk away, give me a second, get myself up. I'm not doing it anymore.
You have to do like the roll onto your knees and get your feet under, and then like.
No, you
stand
know what's
up.
funny? Elijah is the same way though. I think it has to do with people who are really tall don't like to get up and down and
Yeah,
up
It's a
and
blood
down.
pressure
Hard.
thing because you get dizzy.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
If I stand up too quick or bend over and like stand up, I'm like, whoa.
Mine's my knees. My knees make way too many noises when I tried to do that.
I just,
Mine do
one of my
too.
I kneeled down once. This was a few years ago to help pick up. Oh, hi, Russ. Hey, Russ. Moist.
Oh,
We missed you, buddy. It's so moist in here.
You know, I hate it too, right? You really.
I hate it too.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, I'm not
Every time
alone.
it just drives me
Oh,
so
come
nuts.
on. I have to use that at work. Oh, this lady's nether regions were moist.
I had to use it multiple times today. Moist dermatitis.
No.
And
Oh.
I can start telling stories again.
No, thank you.
And
That's not the theme for today. That's not the theme for today.
I got a good one from today, actually.
Oh.
I might as well pull my headphones
It
out.
is coffee talk.
Why don't we do this so we don't gross everybody out? Why don't we see if there's any questions in the chat that maybe we could
I like that. I like
Maya
that.
answer, or
We tend to get a little like off the rails on occasion.
just
little-
have rails.
a little?
We just- our conversations are like trees. It starts on a main branch and then it just goes.
I think it's
Please. How
more
about
like the root system
clouds?
where it's just like it goes in random directions out. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why we're fun. That's why people should watch because you know what? It's
I have
awesome.
no idea. No
Insane.
idea what's going to
Even if we
happen.
was spooked, we
Guaranteed
can
not to
stay
be normal.
Guaranteed. That's right.
I
Anna.
like that.
What's normal?
I have no
What's
idea.
I
normal,
lost
Precious?
track of what
Who
was
is she?
normal.
It's a setting on a washing machine. That's what
That's about it. But yeah, we need some questions. Otherwise, I'm going to start telling gross work stories.
No, don't
Well,
talk
I have a
about
What
question.
did I say?
I have a question.
Oh, my
Go
God.
for it.
Miss Maya, do you prefer dresses, skirts, or pants?
Dresses, actually.
Nice.
Okay.
Good answer. That's
You know my stance on pants. I mean, I'm
I
actually
know.
wearing pants right now, but and only because it goes with
Yeah,
the top.
I think she's still bitter that she had to wear pants to my wedding.
Oh, no.
So
Well, you know, if I had done this sooner, I could have worn a dress. So.
Hey, that would have been fun.
You could have been a bridesmaid.
I told my best friend, who's a guy,
Mhm.
that he could wear a dress in my wedding, and he refused.
Gordon and I's wedding, I had two guys on my side and he had two girls on his side.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
sweet.
was the best man
Yeah.
in his wedding,
Yeah.
but I couldn't put him as a bridesmaid on mine. I'm like, okay, double standard here.
Yeah, no
you
doubt.
whatever. Yeah. It was his sister and his cousin on his side, and mine was just two of my best gay friends on my side. That I was like, they're just as good as any other female friend I have. Why can't they be, my bridesmen?
Sometimes they have better.
That's the way it
fashion
should
sense
be.
than we do.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes. My uncles, they do. Holy crap, my gay uncles. They have like the best fashion sense ever. And I'm like, I wouldn't even know where to start.
I can't decorate at all. Eric decorates.
I try.
My former hairdresser, if anyone knows DC, there's a Marilyn Monroe painting on the side of a building.
Mhm.
That is his building. He had a pool with his partner up in, I think, somewhere in Delaware. The pool had an Art Deco of Marilyn Monroe on the bottom.
That's cool.
He used to be a model back in like
Ooh.
the 70s. He was a very high-end fashion model,
All right.
Wow.
and then went into doing hair.
Ooh,
That's
interesting.
cool.
I like
So-
that.
His fashion, yes, it's on par.
So, Miss Maya, Brian Brink has a question for you that I like. Do you need a new
saw
style
that.
foot to accommodate your new footwear?
Yeah. I was going to go through the list of them.
That's a good question.
Actually, last Monday, I went for a new evaluation for a new prosthetic. And something that I brought up to them is they made this foot too long.
Mm-hmm.
And I got
Oh.
a brand new pair of knee-high boots, lace-up knee-highs, that
Nice.
Ooh.
I can fit on my left foot, but won't fit on the right foot because they made it too long. So I measured my foot and I said, that's 20 some odd centimeters.
Uh-huh.
Because, I got a big foot, unfortunately. I
Yeah,
said,
so
can we
do
make
I.
this one? Can we
Same.
make this one the same length? So that's what they're actually in the process of doing. So I will be able to wear the new types of shoes, and everything. So
So, like,
good.
specifically, that was the follow-up question, the high heel style. Like, is this like the foot would churn a little bit to be able to accommodate the support for that?
the foot does have like a it will have like a pneumatic ball joint
Oh, nice.
that's
Oh.
not free moving. It will move when I direct it to move in a certain direction. So
Nice.
Yeah, like
and
screw.
it will have a toe bend in it, so
Oh, nice.
it will
Oh.
accommodate like a heel if need be.
Oh,
So-
that's sweet.
Awesome.
That's
God,
pretty
you'll
cool.
you'll be able to wear heels better than me.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
have the
no
foot
I'm
on
not
there.
going
chafing,
nuts.
nothing. Oh my god,
So,
you should try.
Miss Maya, I have to ask, since I haven't met you in person, I assume that you have a prosthetic leg.
Leg, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, well,
I didn't know that. Is it
Okay, yeah.
is it
That's-
above knee or below knee?
It's about 5 inches below the knee.
There we go.
Yeah.
Wow, you didn't. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
I totally did not expect you to show me.
Oh,
Thank you.
shit.
No.
Just
Show it off. He's not shy.
Oh,
He's
you
not
should have
shy.
seen. You should have seen her when we were going to Chicago and on the
oh my
bus.
god, it was fantastic.
She
Oh,
was-
I used it as a cup holder.
it was so amazing.
In the van, yes.
The best
She would-
thing ever.
She would mess with Ross so
I have
Okay,
I
I
have a
can't
Bobby
wait for the next
Skullface
TF
mask.
Con so I can meet all of you guys.
Oh yeah, that's
actually
right.
in
I
person.
forgot about
Yeah.
that. Go on.
Yes.
I have a Bobby Skullface mask, and I put on the end of the stump, and I would just creep. I would just take it and peek around Russ's head, and just start rubbing in the side of with my stump on the side of his arm.
Oh my
We weren't
god.
20 minutes into the trip, and I started doing that.
God, that was so funny. I was like right behind that too.
It was so funny. Oh my
great.
god.
Best thing ever.
And then we were in the hotel, and I think you were in your wheelchair, and I still have video somewhere of you being a chariot.
Rob doing the rickshaw.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that
Pictures of
video.
that
That was
online.
hilarious.
How that came about? We were out front. I was outside smoking, and we were out front. And Rob said, "I'm going to yank that leg off." I was like, "You can try to yank this leg off." And I was sitting on a concrete bench they had out front.
Mhm.
So he grabbed it and he pulled as hard as he could, put his weight into it, and it scooted the bench. And I didn't budge because I was holding the bench. He said, "Holy shit, that's on there good." I was like, "Yeah." I said, "I got an idea." I said, "You pull me around in a wheelchair for a bit, right?" Because I had only had the thing for 2 weeks and I was still walking with a walker. I hadn't gotten used to full weight bearing with it yet, still building up my endurance.
Yeah.
So there's video of him just like 300-400 feet of hallway. He's just running. And
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like I'm cracking a whip and I'm yelling, "Much, motherfucker, much." And just
Yeah.
everybody, there's like this mezzanine restaurant we're going by and people are just leaning over and looking at and
You're like, is
looking
that
back
okay?
at Chan filming it. It was fun. We didn't care. It was a lot of fun.
Your
That was the
recovery
first night we were there.
was so quick. Like your recovery was like because that happened to you what, like not even a few months before the convention that you
It
had
happened
to.
it happened in May, mid-May, May 18th.
Yeah.
Was the day it was amputated, and I was home a week later. And I remember I talked to Bobby on the phone, and he said, "Well, you got a long recovery ahead, so I'll be recovered by TFCon, so I can walk up to thank everybody personally and meet them
God,
in person."
Wow.
And that's
Yep.
that was amazing.
Wow.
It's good stuff. Very good stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, I was the one who made you. You were standing in line for it to take it, and I looked at you and said, "Come with me." It's like
Yeah.
you're not going to
Yeah.
stand in line because I could see on your face you were hurting. I said,
I was
Come
in
with me.
agony.
I was
No, I
like,
didn't
"Come
care.
with me." I was like, "I don't care. People could get all mad as to what they want." I was like, "You're not standing in line."
And everybody was cool with it.
Mhm.
So, and if they weren't, oh well.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
it was just
Take
to
that
get a
prosthetic.
wristband and a bag.
Mhm.
Right. That was it, that TFCon was fun, but
Mhm.
it
it
was,
was my first TFCon.
I've
Mine
never
too.
been to well, I was at one TFCon. It was years ago, and I don't remember seeing any of you there. But then again, I didn't know any of you.
I
At
only been to
Charlotte?
the one.
No, it was in like Maryland or something.
I don't know if that was a TFCon. That may have just been a Comic Con.
And no, it was might have been just a Transformers con. So
Maybe Reston, because that's like close to Maryland,
maybe.
like super
They
close.
had gluten-free cupcakes. I liked it. That's all I remember.
No,
about
Chan made gluten-free stuff the last
Yeah.
TFCon, so that was super amazing. Oh, that peanut butter, chocolatey
Oh,
goodness, whatever it
Oh
was.
my god.
It was
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
delicious.
I'm struggling without an oven. I'm losing my fucking mind.
Not an oven.
You don't have an
Chan.
oven?
Chan,
No,
remember-
my oven, my double wall ovens, my electric double wall ovens took a shit on Friday. I made chicken nuggets because we were having a quick dinner, and I came
Chicken
downstairs to pull them out, and as soon as I opened the oven and pulled the chicken nuggets out and set them on the top of the stove, I turned around, and all the lights were off.
Oh
And I was
wow.
like, what the fuck? And all like I guess the control panel in the oven itself it fried or something. And they
You're
don't
supposed to cook the chicken, not the oven.
they don't make they don't make a control panel for our oven, so we have to buy a new one.
Oh, lovely.
Whatever.
Well,
It's
Chan,
It's fine.
I'm
It's fine.
available on Monday and Tuesday if you want to come down.
I can't Monday. It's JD's day off, and I do ETR in the evening. And Tuesday, let me see. I'll let you know.
Okay. Because then we could cook. We could do some cooking.
Yeah. I need to bake anyway. I'm hoping to have the ovens replaced before Marissa's birthday because I got to bake a chocolate cake with peanut butter icing.
Mhm.
Oh well.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's
Well,
a
just
nightmare.
do it in get yourself a little one of those little tabletop toaster ovens and do it.
I
in
have
that.
I have
Easy
a
bake.
toaster. Yeah. Easy
Easy
bake. Yeah.
bake.
I'll do that.
Light bulbs.
I do, however, think that we should kind of scroll through the chat
Yeah.
over there and
Yeah.
ask. There's some good
for a
stuff
good
going on
time
over
to
there.
do that. So we got a first question from Jason. So essentially, has any of the ladies in your life have helped you along with your journey with now coming out as Maya?
Yeah, actually, a couple of close personal friends that I've grown up with and known for years. They were the first two that I told, so of course they would help me. My own wife, though, Misty, she never wears makeup and she's not good with makeup. So I resorted to asking a couple friends for tips and tricks, and like the co-host of All Queued Up, my friend Betty. She's like done online StreamYard chats with me, and we've done them. You know, she's walked me through, and been practicing daily for the past few weeks, and I'm doing okay. You know,
Yeah, it looks good.
but
Yeah. I can't do it.
I barely wear it. I know how to, but I barely wear it. So
So
rub
it-
my eyes too much.
then, like a follow up question to that, since wearing makeup, is that something that you feel is important for the journey itself to start wearing makeup? a little bit more?
currently, right now, yes.
Mhm.
Just to help soften the appearance.
Mhm.
And that's
Right.
the thing that I'm having the most dysphoria about now at this point is my voice.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, it's very, very difficult to soften the voice,
Mhm.
and there's techniques you can do, but the voice is always going to be something that bothers me with unless I do some sort of invasive surgery down the line.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
Oh.
perfectly honest with you. You sound just like my aunt. I'm not even going to lie.
Wow.
You do.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly,
find it
a lot of
comforting.
women have like a huskier
Very
voice
husky.
anyway. So,
Lower
Wow.
husky voice, yeah.
so it's actually like not out of the realm, not out of the realm of
No,
what you're
not at
going
all.
to hear.
Mhm.
No,
Well, do you think
it's
that-
just
Sorry.
it's just deeper than I like it to be.
Right.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
So I have a question about your wife, Misty. How is she feeling about Maya?
Well, she does miss certain things. She definitely misses the beard.
Aw.
And that's okay. That's okay. And that's something that I've talked to her about is like, it's okay to miss other aspects of me that aren't here anymore.
Mhm.
But she is growing very accustomed to seeing this every day. And she's enjoying it. But yeah, this is something that didn't just happen overnight for us. I mean, this is something that we had to discuss over the course of several years. This went back about 3 years ago is when I first really said, I was like, well, I've always felt this way inside. I think it's time that I do what I can to make the outside match how I feel on the inside.
Mhm.
And she's like, well, we talked about it. She wasn't 100% on board to run with it then because Madison at the time was only 9, almost 10 years old, our daughter. And she's 13 now, just turned 13 in the spring. So after nearly dying and then, letting my hair down and actually going to cons and meetups and having wonderful get-togethers and realizing that I've been missing so much in my life, I got to the point where I'm still missing a huge part of who I feel I am. And I don't want to miss that anymore, and I don't want to hide it anymore. I was like, can we please revisit this? And so after we moved in May, we sat Madison down. We had a talk of the three of us as a family, and that's when we just started dressing at home, in front of her, getting her used to the idea. And she's sweet as can be, and she's very thoughtful. She actually asked Saturday, she said, so when we go out in public, do I have to call you Mom now? I said, honey, you call me whatever you're comfortable calling me. I was like, So whatever makes you comfortable, that's fine. Because, at the end of the day, we're all, even though I'm transitioning, yes, they are too, because they're having to adjust to the whole process on a daily basis as I am.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I can't imagine that it's very easy to do this.
it wasn't at first, but it gets easier every day. It really does. And
What's your single most favorite thing that's happened during this time of transition for you?
It would probably have to be Friday when I made the announcement. When it was just that weight was lifted, and it's just like, that's it. I'm just letting everybody know, because why hide it anymore? Life's too short to not live how you want to live. Life's way too short and too precious to not live how you want to live.
Awesome.
And that's very true. That's very true. And the other part of that is, we all have had the opportunity to meet you, talk to you, sit down and have great conversations and laughs with you. And we all know you. Mm-hmm. So regardless of anything else, we just love you for who you are. You're family for us.
Yeah,
exactly.
I hope at some point to meet you in person.
Yes,
I'm sure you will.
I promise it'll be fun.
It always is.
I met Lady Love in person and Channy Cakes. But I think that's it.
I want to ask you. I want to ask you, Miss Maya, who was the toughest person to come out to?
The guys. Nick, Russ, Sam, and Rob, because and by proxy them, the entire realm,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was terrified of being rejected, even though that seeing the support from them, I shouldn't have been, but it was the hardest for me to tell them, because I didn't. The fear in my mind was, what if you're rejected and you lose this part of your life? Which was, in hindsight, stupidest fucking thought I had. But, you can't help but fear the unknown. It's human nature. So I was terrified.
Absolutely.
And when I told them, I was like, this is what's been bothering me all summer long. This is what I've been struggling with. They're like, is that all? We're here for you. Your family, we're here for you. I'm not going to make any judgment except maybe your fashion sense if you show up in a dress at TFCon.
That's really nice. That's very, very supportive of them.
You show up in a dress, I'll show up in a dress.
I'm sorry, I don't do dresses.
I've got a few.
I don't either.
With shorts underneath it.
I love that.
I don't have to like a lady.
Those volleyball shorts, get those.
Right.
Oh, did you check out that website I told you about? The one that custom tailors for you?
No.
The
Please resend it.
Site?
Please resend it. I have the memory of a goldfish. I'm sorry.
So I was talking to Maya about it. It's a website called
I forgot I haven't.
I
haven't checked it out yet. I'm sorry.
They custom tailor dresses to your bust, your waist, your hips, your height.
Ooh,
I can get dresses that are the length they're supposed to be, not they end up with. Yeah, but they make fantastic stuff. And it's you can actually put your personal measurements in and get what you want, because we're both plus size girls. It's perfect. eShakti, ESHAKTI. It is an awesome site. You can get tailored to your body measurements. It's fantastic.
Nice.
I
should put it in the chat later.
Really, what I should do is actually start making my own clothes, because I know I should be doing that.
Do you have time?
Yeah.
No. I'm too busy fixing my car.
Right.
That Eric got me. My husband got me a car for Christmas. I mean, for Christmas, for my anniversary, and so that I can work on because I like to work on cars.
Okay, that's awesome. What kind?
It's a 1970 Opel GT.
Wow, you don't see many of those.
No.
That's awesome.
So, I get you. I get it.
So
I don't fit in as a woman, so
it's okay. I'm trying
I hope you
to
do better than I do. I really do.
Welcome to all of us trying to fit in as a woman.
These women here are closer to most women that I've met because I can only associate with men because I just don't get them. I don't get women.
I'm the same way.
Once again, it kind of comes back to the topic that we're kind of overall. It's like, what is gender? What is all that type of stuff? It's a learned thing more than anything else. I mean, there's still hormonal stuff to it, you know.
Of course.
Biological women get periods and go through menopause and stuff of that nature, but of course there's also other experiences that you get with it as well. But kind of going with a similar question on there, one of the ones that we had asked, I guess kind of more like the overall question would be like, I know coming out step one, have you thought of the next steps of other things of that nature? Like, for example, actually going through legal work of switching gender and such.
Well, in the state of Virginia, you can't switch gender unless you have bottom surgery.
Okay.
Oh.
That's odd.
You can. Yeah.
Virginia,
Virginia is
honestly,
crazy.
Virginia, it's not surprising.
Yeah. Now, as for my name, I can legally go and change it anytime I want. So.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just a court fee, right?
No,
it's like a $35 court fee, and after 2 weeks, the judge signs the order, and then you take it to Social Security, and you take it to DMV, and you take it to one other place, and you got to pay like a $10 per order for each one. So, it's going to cost about almost $100 to do when it's all said and done, but it'll only take about 2 to 3 weeks to do.
It's kind of like when changing your name when you get married.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same process.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember that. Yeah.
Standing in line standing in line at Social Security and then going to DMV and
Well, I love it when they butchered my name because they had called me over intercom. So my last name is Majka, Majka. It's a Polish, Russian Polish name. And I have to admit my most favorite mispronunciation of it is magic. So being called,
I mean, it looks like magic.
It looks a little bit like
it does look like magic.
Just change the A to like an I or something. Switch it around a little bit. Just do it magic. Just switch it.
Being called Mrs. Magic, Mrs. Amber Magic over intercom for everyone to hear was the best thing.
You know they all were looking at you like you were a stripper or something. Right?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a stripper. Their money. That's it.
No. I would have been like,
money. Hey.
I would have been like, hey, you go, girl. Where are you stripping at?
I changed my last name for a reason because I was so tired of people butchering my maiden name.
Mine too.
I was so tired of it getting butchered. I said, that's it. I am changing it when...
I had the opposite thing happen, okay? My maiden name is Winter. Very easy. Winter. I had to go and marry somebody with a French freaking last name, Dubois. I have been called Duboisy, Dubois.
My nickname was Fauna Stock.
Oh, God.
Like it.
I got Fawn Stock, fucking Stock, Fana Stock. I got everything. So nobody could spell it. Nobody could say it. I'm right there with Lady Love because I went from, I think it was 12 letters down to 5.
I had a last name that had so many silent letters in it because it was Flahive, but pronounced Flav. So I would get Flay High, Flaheevy.
What country is that from?
It's Irish.
It's Irish?
Yeah.
Oh, I had a more simple Irish maiden name. My maiden name's Mullen. It's Mull. We had on the All
And it
Queued Up
has-
podcast.
And it actually has prosthetic legs, but I had to do two. But I'm just going to paint one flesh colored and the other one's going to be silver. But yeah, I had that made.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
That's cool.
Wow.
Very
I
nice.
like that.
What
Hero
is
Forge.
something that you take? I know most people don't like to talk for it, but that you take as a trait of Josh's that you feel like still applies to Maya.
Coffee.
My sense of humor. My sense of humor and my addiction to coffee. I mean,
There you go. That's good.
Good
you
ones.
know, that's the thing. I don't think there are going to be any like personality traits that are going to change necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
They may down the line. I don't know, because the when certain things start, we'll see how certain things may change when that happens.
Sure.
Speaking of hormone replacement
Mm-hmm.
therapy.
I was actually going to ask you about that. You're going to try that?
Oh yeah.
That'll also help raise your voice.
Yeah.
It will a little bit.
A little.
And I've not a tremendous amount, but I know one thing that I've always struggled with is anger issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I have another friend who's 8 months into her transition, and she's been on it now for these past 8 months, and she's like, my anger issues are gone.
I was actually going to ask that. Have you reached out to other people in the transgender community
Hmm.
to kind of find that support? Because, it's great to have friends who are cisgendered and supportive in that sense, but still having like what do they call it? Like a mother to guide you in that kind of concept.
Well, what's great is on the first of this month, on September 1st, I started seeing a gender dysphoria therapist who actually specializes in it.
Mm-hmm.
And last night we actually had a group therapy meeting for the first ever trans adult group in our region.
Mm-hmm.
They'd never had one
Awesome.
before until last night. So we had our first meeting. So I've actually met a few other people that are local. Local within an hour to an hour and a half drive. But yeah, but I do have another friend who's currently going through, and like I said, 8-9 months in now, who I've known for several years. So it's been somebody that I've been able to confide in and ask questions about, which has been extremely helpful. So
Nice.
That's
Are they
awesome.
Are they male to female as
Yes.
well? Okay.
yes.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure. Cool.
Well,
So-
sorry, go ahead.
So Josh, or I'm sorry, Maya, I have to tell you, when I told you this on chat, but it was so meaningful to me that my daughter's 19 and Russ and I have brought her and RJ up to be very accepting of everyone. And when I told her your story, she got so excited and was beaming and was literally, yes, awesome. Because I told her just how happy you were. And she was completely like taken over by joy. And I haven't seen her like that in a long time. And she was like, I am so happy for her. And then I showed her your picture and she's jealous. And she said, oh my God, she is so beautiful. And then when I told her your name, she said, I don't know. She said, I think that transgender people just take the baby name book and they go, there's a good name. And then people like me with the name of Rhea are going, I wish I had another name.
Aw. See,
Well, I didn't do the baby name book thing, but I did get to pick one that I liked.
Yeah,
When it felt
she
right.
loves it. She loves it, and she loves your story. So just letting you know, you are you're making other people super happy that don't even know you.
And actually,
I know.
you met
Marissa
Calvin.
walked down the stairs like right at the beginning of the show, just to come down and look at me and go, I love her. And she's watching upstairs. She's beaming.
And
Plus
Maya,
the beauty of
you
the
met
current
Calvin.
current generation is that it is such a norm.
Yeah, it's
If
no
you want
big
to
deal.
say it is, and once again comes back to learned behaviors and learned type things. And nowadays, the youngest generation it's nothing. It is everything. They'll have so many in their lives that so many can go out and they can explore. They can see if it is something that they feel and they feel more comfortable, and that parents are more accepting. Not to say that it's everywhere, still not 100%, which is why rights are still being like out there and promoted and such. But it's definitely a different generation, and it's only going to get better over time.
I think that most of the kids of this generation, they're so tired of seeing people mad and upset and unhappy to see somebody happy with, doing something for themselves and making themselves happy. I think that it's making the rest of the people that, it makes them happy as well, just to see other people happy, which is cool.
Yeah. Like when we explained it to Calvin, he was just like, that's fantastic. Showed him your picture and he's like, oh, she looks awesome. And then his biggest worry was, will anybody
Kate, you
do that?
froze.
Oh, she's better?
No, she's fine.
No, she was fine.
Okay.
Well,
maybe I
his
froze.
biggest worry was, what happens if I accidentally mess up and use the wrong name? And it's like, honey, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's a learning process. You have to readjust. He's like, okay, as long as she won't be mad if I mess up the name.
Don't worry, Jason and I we'll be talking and we'll mess it up and we'll both be like, oh wait, no.
I used to be so bad about that. Oh man.
But it reminds me, because if talking about this generation, at my school, 2 or 3 years ago, we had a 6th grader who came in and was kind of finding, it was kind of like a male to female transition, and she was trying to find her place within the grade, and just how accepting, which kind of, it wasn't surprising because of how small the school is that I'm at, just how accepting everyone was about it.
Yeah. I think Marissa was at New Year's, her 7th grade year. We cut all her hair off. She had hair almost down to I think it was almost down to her waist, and took it all off. One amazing moment. And you should have seen that face in the mirror looking at her reflection and going, oh my God, this is me. This is me. This is the first time I've ever seen me. Like, this is crazy. So
that's really good.
And I love the fact that, as these generations are moving up in the world, everyone is seeing how ridiculous it is to be judgmental. You know what I mean? Because I think the other end of it is these kids have watched as our generation has come through and sat down and cried about being judged even by our own parents or our peers or whatever, and heard these stories, and they're like, why? This is dumb. Like, you're my parent and you're not judging me. Why would your parent judge you? I don't understand this. You know what I mean? And I feel like their mentality is shifting, going, that's wrong. I don't want to make somebody as sad as I've seen my parent or my aunt or my uncle or my whatever. And it's time to make some changes. And they're just not accepting the judgment anymore. Even within their peers, they're calling out and being like, you're being a judgmental bitch. Shut up, and moving on. And it's, I love the fact that there's that openness and that free speech kind of a situation going on, even bigger now than it was when we were young and our parents were fighting for that stuff. You know what I mean? It's a bigger deal now, and I'm so proud of everyone that's joining in or stepping out or whatever's going on. It's just such a beautiful time. I think, I know 2020 sucks, but it's still pretty amazing to see things are going on.
Not everything's a grease fire, so
right, exactly.
There's a sliver of God.
Yeah. Very thin silver lining. You just gotta really look hard to use a microscope to find it. Like really.
I have another question for you, Maya. So, as male to female transgendered, there is a lot of, I would probably say, celebrities or things of that nature that have been out as male to female. You got, of course, Caitlyn Jenner, probably the biggest one that came out for all that. We also have a lot for I can't remember her name, but she's in the Orange Is the New Black. You have all the
Laverne
ladies,
Cox.
Laverne Cox.
Yeah.
You have all the ladies from Pose that are also on it. All of them transgendered, and such. I mean, I think the only big one, female to male, is Chaz Bono. But what is it? Do you feel anything seeing celebrity representation, especially much more now in that aspect? I don't know if I'm asking that question right, but
hey guys, I hate to do this, but I gotta leave. We had something happen.
No worries.
Okay.
I hope everything's all
Sorry,
right.
it was great seeing
okay.
everybody.
Yeah.
Hopefully everything's
updated.
alright.
All right. Hope everything's okay.
But yeah, what do you feel about any of that stuff? Seeing more representation in media there, I guess that's probably the real question.
I think more representation in media, that's something I've always felt strongly about for every portion of the population. That we've had that discussion on MPSP before. That's something that we all staunchly try to defend, is representation, how much it matters, because say some boomer gets upset because, they made so-and-so black now in my comic book and they've always been white and I don't like it. Well, you may not like it, but that's how it is. But this young black child over here, maybe he picks up that comic and that's his first comic, and maybe that's some type of inspiration for him. And he's like, wow, this guy has problems like I do. I like him. Or, a Muslim child, a similar experience, and they see it in a TV show. It's like, hey, this heroes of this same religion, they're like me. It's just, I think representation matters in every form of media to every aspect. So I like to see it, and I like to see that it's become more prominent in the past few years. And I don't know if the guys will remember or not, but something I've said a few times in the past couple of years, just to put the bug in people's ear, I said, I want to see a transgender hero. I want to see a hero come out and transition.
Yeah.
And
nice.
They said, and the argument I always get hit with is like, well, they would have to make sense. It's like, why does it have to make sense? I was like, that happens to people all the time. They get bombs dropped on them. You don't know what that person's going through.
Technically, there is a superhero that was transgender. It's in Supergirl.
Oh, okay. I'm talking like a major character.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to A-lister that's been around for decades that people would be in upheaval over. I would love to see it happen just because.
That would be cool, yeah.
Right.
Well,
I agree.
Brink brings up something. So with a community such as the Realm and collecting as a whole being kind of seen as a boys' club, how forgiving are you of your friends with past transgressions with untasteful comments? Like, what is it that you feel about all that? Like,
that was, that's something that I was concerned about, how it is viewed as such a boys' club. But, what happened in the past is the past. I'm not going to hold anybody to a certain standard that for something they've already done. Everybody deserves a second chance. And if somebody feels like, I used to make some types of jokes in their presence, and now I don't feel comfortable about that. If something goes too far, I'll let you know.
Right.
But for the most part, I'm pretty laid back and relaxed, and I generally don't talk and engage in past transgression type talks like that so much, because always try to put myself in that situation, think, but yeah, I know some people are gonna. I know a lot of people are gonna act around me differently, and probably how they talk, because they're not gonna feel like they can leave their guard down as much.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. You know, as long as you're still my friend and you're supporting me and you're not being discriminatory and you're not being hurtful, you know, and of course, jokes and things with intent and jokes are completely different things. As long as there's no ill intent,
Right.
I can't judge anybody for it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right. I can agree with
So-
that, even from a female standpoint in general. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
long-term, lifelong female person. I've known too many people who have made sideways, backwards comments and done things that they shouldn't have done in certain situations, and with
and probably
apology.
not thought anything of it. And then when they realize they did something wrong, apologize for it.
Right. You got to move forward. You know,
Mhm.
you can't. If people are willing to change and do better and make better decisions at like after the fact, I think everybody deserves a chance to let
Mhm.
their past be the past.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
exactly.
That's great.
I agree completely.
Okay, I've had a question eating at me
Go
a
ahead.
little
Do it.
bit, and I'm not sure if it. So yeah, please stop me if this goes too far. But I've been like wondering, since you've gotten chest work done, I'm wondering
No, I
about.
haven't. That's
You haven't?
natural.
That's natural.
That-
Okay.
That's natural.
That's
I had
natural.
I had a hormone imbalance when I was a teenager, so I've had these for years.
Whoa. Okay. Are you wearing bras?
Well, not around most people, but for years I have, yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like really wondering about that, because I'm like thinking, because me, I'm a pretty big size, and I'm like trying to think about like, you know, the logistics behind that. So I'm like trying to think about somebody transitioning like you are, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's like a whole different ball game, because then you have to like not only is it a wardrobe change, but you gotta like think about the bras too, and that's a whole different ball of wax. Like, oh my god.
You get to deal with
Dealing
the
with that.
you get to deal with the crazy male contraption invention of a freaking bra.
Underwire.
And the best part is, it's right after the shower, try to put it on and like hooking in the front, and then try to.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
No. And then,
Sort
you
of
try
lift
to
them
do,
up and
then,
adjust
then you
them.
try to do it from the behind, and you're like, you realize that you missed a clamp or something. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
there's
my
like
goodness,
four
we gotta
hooks,
take
and
it
you
all
can't
off.
hook them from behind.
Or
'cause
hook one
four.
hook one on the wrong row, and then
Oh,
you got
that's a
one.
Yes.
nightmare. That's a
Oh.
nightmare.
Or you get the middle hook on like the first hook, and it's even worse if you have like a 4 hook or a 5 hook bra.
Can I share with you what drives me? I have a bra that drives me completely insane. So the one strap has this little hook on it, so you can make the straps connect in the middle for like, you know,
Like
short
razorback
tank tops that
style.
have the razorback and
Razorback.
stuff. That little, you can't take the little hook off. So every time I try to take my shirt off and I'm wearing that, my shirt gets stuck on it and I can't get it off. I'm like stuck in my shirt, in my bra. Like it's a fucking nightmare.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
Oh god.
Have you had the
Sorry.
underwire pop out and stab you yet?
Oh yeah. Several times. I've like worn
yeah.
a bra for too long, and it just like it
That's-
pops out on the
that's
side. and it
betrayal.
just-
It is.
It
Yes.
sucks when it's your it sucks when it's your favorite one.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped wearing Victoria's Secret bras, because I swear to God, every
Yeah.
Victoria's Secret bra I ever had fell apart. Just it would all of a sudden it feels poking. I'm like, son of a bitch.
And there's
That's why I don't
$60.
I know size is what helps with that, but that's why some of them you don't get underwire ones. I get the ones that are just like all kind of padded all over, because underwire was just killing me.
Yeah.
But
I
there
started
was,
buying-
A question
Front
from
ones.
Rob that I want to make sure that we answer. So yes, they do make clasps for the front, but the
They do.
problem
They
is
hurt.
that they're fitted specifically. A
They
normal
hurt.
bra has 3-4 clasps in the back so that you can adjust the size accordingly. Versus you can't really go in and out with the boobs so much with clasps in that sense.
And
So
it-
it doesn't quite work the same.
and
So
the
you
thing
kind of
is,
need them in the
It's
same.
a small little flimsy clasp.
And it's plastic. It's
And it's
hard
plastic.
plastic.
Yeah.
And
it's
it doesn't
not
hold the
big.
boobies in.
You are a
Actually,
Nope.
big
Guys.
busted. It goes.
Yeah.
I've done
Cacique,
that before.
Lane Bryant, Cacique. That's where I get all my bras because that's where I have to go. Victoria's
Oh,
Secret,
that's-
I've never been able to shop there.
Yeah, I have to go online
That's
now too.
where I get mine.
Yeah, they actually make a properly hooked front closure non-underwire bra. Now you can't do the adjustment, but
Mhm.
it has like multiple hooks, so you're secure.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
holy
wow.
crap, it's comfortable as hell, and it actually fits decent. Now I can't wear it for like it has to get washed every like 2 days. Like you
Mhm.
can't wear it for like the week, like most of us usually do.
Oh,
What's this week? What is it? Just a week.
I'm with you. No,
I
it is nice. I do the same thing.
3 bras hanging in my bathroom that I haven't washed. Maybe I don't know.
Mine go
I
through
thought
a
it was a week.
rotation. They go through a rotation.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, it's not one that you can wear multiple times
Yeah.
before you have to wash it because it
Mhm.
does
Right.
start to stretch.
Yeah.
But it's really comfy and it has enough hooks that it holds my girls in
Mhm.
with no problem.
See, my issue is I am very different sizes because one's natural and the other one's not natural.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So
Right.
the natural one has kept always growing. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's like stuffing a sausage in a little casing. Sometimes I feel like with the right one.
Hey, I'm addicted to sports bras because I
hate 'em.
with my physical. I work a physical job, and it's like I might as well be at the gym. So I'm like, I'm just gonna wear them. I'm not here for anybody to look at me and think I'm hot. So
I can't be comfortable in them.
For me, it has to be specific. Oh my!
We're still getting some feedback from the Men Peanut Gallery. Clasps in the front, make the boobs pop out. So far,
You
I'm
think
not
it's
hearing
gonna be
anything bad
easier
about
to take
front clasps.
off? Is that
Once
why?
again,
Is that why you're on it?
Because guys like boobs, they remind them of mama, and
Well,
face boobs out and about.
Let's not go there.
The worst
And the front, they don't have to fight with it behind their back. So
that's
Yeah, but
true.
here's the thing: the ones in the back, if you could unclasp that, that's more impressive. So if anything,
See,
like just
I can
Yeah.
unclasp it with one hand. That's
well,
not a problem.
because I've always had to wear them, I got to where I was very deftly skilled and could undo the thing with my left hand.
Mhm.
Nice.
Ooh.
There you go.
Yeah, just one-handed lefty.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
That's
me too.
impressive.
and then there's also the relaxation of it from a long day of wearing. it. You
Oh,
just
yeah.
That's my
freedom.
favorite feeling in the world. I come home, that bra comes off. Oh my god, it's almost better than sex.
I have a few tank tops.
Nick
They're-
just
they're
got told
older-
off.
they're older ones, but they have like that built-in like bra. And normally I don't wear them, but there have been times where I'm like, I don't want to wear a bra, so I'll throw one of those on. And yeah, you can kind of tell. But if I wear a baggy enough shirt over the tank top,
Oh, there you go.
it kind of hides any nippage.
Okay. Okay,
Titties
dude,
be free.
if most of us left our titties be free, if we had a run, we'd give ourselves black eyes.
Oh my.
Oh my god, they go everywhere. Oh
And it
no.
hurts. They
I just-
Oh,
bounce
just
at it.
keep them where they're supposed to be, and then leave 'em
So
there.
vicious, Jason. You used to walk behind Lady Love here and just
so
unsnap
does.
her.
what do you mean he used
Probably
to?
in
He
public
still
Laser
too.
just
does.
does.
Probably did it
He still
yesterday.
does.
didn't
He at least doesn't do it in public. He at least doesn't,
And then you gotta readjust. It's so annoying.
Oh god,
Oh,
that's
I
the
know,
worst
but-
when you're like having to do like the pull and tuck and
Like, now I gotta do it all over
Or
again.
Or the
Like,
lift and shift.
yeah, the lift
Yeah.
Lift and
shift,
shift. That's the one.
The shifting of the
I like that. The lift and shift. It's like
You ever just
from Legally
grab the
Blonde.
underwire and just
Yeah,
shake it up
yeah.
in there?
Oh yeah. Pull it back up a little bit.
or you pull it down a little and you're like, okay.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one. That's it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're gonna get Vinny
excited.
excited.
Oh boy.
Worst part is though, depending like if I get like a bad bra and I don't realize it, I get the bruises on my shoulders.
Mhm.
Yep.
The
That's
dig,
Oh,
that
This isn't-
cut. Yeah.
oh.
They just dig into your shoulder.
Yeah.
And it's just the
Well, that's
worst
one
thing.
thing about this bra that I'm wearing. It's got pretty like a wide band, but the problem is it's kind of like a lacy one, so it's very revealing.
Mhm.
So that's my one where I wear when I don't go out, or I wear like something that's really kind of hides the fact that it is like there could be some nippage.
Oh, this conversation of these boys in here. Just
I
can't.
know. They're all bragging about their
Yeah.
wives' boobies.
They're all just
I'm so
the free the
sorry.
titty, free the titty. That's all that is.
Hey, but you know what?
comfortable with
If we were to walk around all day long with no bra on, you know that guys would be sitting there complaining, man, they're so slovenly. Why aren't they wearing the sexy bras and da-da-da-da? Their titties are hanging down to their knees.
Nick
I
actually
don't
knows.
know. I don't
You
know.
I'm going to give props to Nick. When we first got together, because as he put in the chat, I'm a 42 triple D.
Right.
They're big. Well,
He's not complaining, by the way. He's not
Yeah.
complaining.
definitely not complaining. But a long time ago, I was having really bad back pain, and I went to the doctor for something else. Yeah, exactly. He's never complains. But I actually was going to the doctor for something else. She's like, "You should think about getting a reduction," and I was like, "Well, maybe." I mean, I'm proportional with it. 'Cause I'm 6'1". I'm a big frame. I'm a big girl,
Mhm.
Right.
and I don't even think we were married yet. And he's like, "Honey, if you want to get a reduction to be more comfortable," he's like, "Go for it. It's your body. I'll love you no matter what. It doesn't matter. It's, I love you, not your tits. If you want to get them reduced, go for it."
Mhm.
Aw, that's sweet though.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't end up doing it because I looked into it and I'm like, I'm not, I was in vet school.
Yeah.
I was not putting myself through that massive surgery during vet school.
Yeah.
No doubt. And then afterwards, I was just like, meh, just leave him alone. But,
I
the
think
fact
I'm
that
the
he
same
was like,
size.
Hmm?
I think I'm the same size. Well, I'm a 36 triple D or F. Just why triple? Why with the triple numbers?
I don't-
I think
know.
people just don't want to go to the next letter.
I'm
I
a-
think is
I'm
a
a
hesitation.
Okay, we
double D.
can. There are women that are like size M. Like, do you realize this?
Oh my
Naturally,
God, you imagine that would hurt so bad.
Well, it's with women's clothes sizes. Nothing's ever the same. The
No,
size 8
no.
in one
That-
clothes is not the same size 8
That's
in a
one thing
different
with
one.
bras is you have to try every single bra because no matter the size,
Mhm.
they don't
Yeah,
fit right.
But that's women's clothes in
Yeah.
general, like shirts, pants,
Pants, oh my
everything.
God.
Like
This
if it's a
brand
different
runs
brand,
small.
yeah.
This
Talk
one
about
runs
pants
big.
sizes
This
for a
runs true to
second.
size.
Like,
This
pant
company does
sizes.
different numbers. It's like,
Mhm.
come on.
then there's different styles for curvy and then
Oh,
straight and then skinny and like, okay. Can I get one that fits me? Thank you.
So
I have
many
to go with the curvy
options.
ones. I have to go with like the curvy size. It looks like normal pants on me because I've got meat on my bones. I'm sorry. God. I'm not.
I got
Sorry,
Yeah.
these guys are just funny. We'll start we'll go with Jason. That Bethany walks around without a bra and he loses his train of thought. And then Rob
Her eyes are up
spawns.
there, Jason.
Tiff walked past topless and he loses all train of thought. And then Brink is like he's losing his train of thought. Listen to his podcast.
Hey guys.
Booby talk.
Welcome to a podcast full of women.
Yeah.
It was good.
It's
Back to
what
the
happened?
Or sex at any point.
I mean,
Well, we-
guys
only-
think they have a one-track mind. Come on.
The only
now.
thing we haven't the only thing we haven't hit that we normally do on this podcast is food. So
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my god! But why did you mention that? Now we're gonna default to
No,
that.
that's not
No,
true.
we've talked about coffee. That's
And-
yeah, we did. Damn.
And I
All right.
mentioned chocolate cake.
Yeah,
Yep, we did check all the
Yeah,
boxes.
we
You're
had-
absolutely
we had
right.
all the boxes tonight.
All the boxes.
And Chan, by the way, I just wanted to say about your oven, it didn't quit on you. It ran. It said,
I
"Shit,
know.
she's baking again. I'm out the door."
Yeah.
It's getting chilly outside, so I want to bake too. So it's like, nope, I'm done. I'm out.
Yep.
I'm out of here.
Yes, Rob. You guys.
Yeah,
are
Rob,
really-
we're men,
Easily
we're easily
distracted.
distracted. Gus, Vinny, I'm just thinking about titties. Your
You're
lovely
welcome, Vinny.
husband, big, tall, small. I like them all.
That's definitely
Good.
something that I've had comments about over the past few days.
Oh,
Mhm.
Oh,
Please share.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Please share.
Friday,
Please do.
I came out Friday at 4 in the afternoon. I woke up to messages, 2 messages. I'm not going to name any names. Monday morning, 7 o'clock. Let me see those things. No. Fuck you.
Oh,
no.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my God.
2.5 days before people are asking to see them. No.
Damn.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
I mean, that might be a record, but
could be. Could
I
be.
will warn you now that you have come out. That's going to become a regular occurrence.
Yeah.
Today
It
woke
happens.
up this morning and
Yeah.
some random dude just started hitting on me. And literally, I took screenshots because I don't care. I can be vindictive. It's like, you say the wrong thing to me and everybody's going to know about it. I don't care. He's like, "You're a very beautiful woman." I was like, "Thanks. My wife thinks so too."
Nice.
And, he said,
Oh,
"Well, that's
perfect.
good."
I love it.
He said, "That's good. I'm working really hard this morning." I was like, "All right, what do you want?"
And
I want to know more about you, such as, well, your personality, your likes and dislikes. It's like I dislike mornings, and I'm getting my caffeine in me. And I see, well, okay, take care, beautiful. And I'm like, ew. It's gonna be ew every time. It's gonna be ew because,
Yep.
hey, surprise!
It's a
I didn't do
process.
this so I could be with men.
Right.
Right,
Right,
yeah.
right.
So
Unfortunately, though,
based
any
on
woman-
this, oh no, the dude messaged me after he got off work again.
Oh my
He's
God.
like, so he said, "How's your day been, beautiful?" And I was like, "Oh, it's been really good. My wife and our daughter, we're out for a drive through the scenic country and enjoying ourselves, and I couldn't be happier." And I've not heard from him since.
Good.
Uh,
Yeah, I'll let you know Jason was trolling him today.
Oh, really?
good.
Jason looked
Because I
him
sent
up and was
Jason the
trolling him.
screenshots.
Oh,
I
he
sent Jason
told-
the screenshots as
he
it was
showed them
happening.
to me. Oh, yeah, he definitely was
That
trolling
is-
the guy.
Now, see,
I predict it's Thursday now. I predict by Sunday I'll get my first dick pic, and then that person's going on blast. Whoever it happens. I feel sorry because I'll find a way to make sure their fucking
That's-
mother gets it.
you share it with everyone. We will have fun.
Spread it like wildfire.
yes.
I don't care to go to Twitter jail. I'll do it. I don't care.
Well,
I'll
I
do
mean,
Twitter. That's
yeah,
even worse.
Kincaid's girl, she does. She puts,
Vanessa, I see what she
Vanessa
does.
puts them on blast all the time.
It's so funny.
Yep.
I love it. Yeah.
I do too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I mean,
immediately just wanted to go take a shower. I was like, ew.
Yep.
Yeah.
I get hit on. I get hit on by customers, and they'll be like, because
Oh, it's so
occasionally I have to give out my cell phone number because they're going to send me pictures and stuff like that of their cars and stuff that they need fixed.
not good.
And they'll send me a message back, and they'll go, "You're so sweet. What do you look like?" So I sent it to you, Miss Maya. I have this awesome hick woman with holding a baby, just awesome.
Yeah.
I said it's just a stock pic that I send to them. I go, "Here you go. Here's a picture of me and my youngin."
Great.
They stop.
I used to, back in the dial-up days, I used to get crap like that. Technically not dick pics, but, creepy guys. But the first time I ever got creepy hit on, I was at a wedding. I was 13, maybe 14, somewhere in that
Oh,
realm.
that's not okay. Ooh.
But I looked older. I did
Oh.
not look 13 or 14. You know, between the boobs, the dress, the hair, the makeup, you know, I was dressed up for a wedding. I looked legal. Let's put it that way.
Oh, no.
And this drunk as shit asshole comes up to me, swings the arm over my shoulder, almost cops a feel. I managed to dodge that part, and starts hitting on me. I'm like, I didn't know what the fuck to do because first time experience with me, that happening. I'm like, what the, ew. Oh my God, I felt so gross afterwards. I'm like, I need a shower. It was so gross. It was like, I finally got him away from me, but like, he didn't believe me when I told him I was 13 or 14, however old I was. He didn't believe me, so I'm just like, just go away. But yeah, it's a skeevy feeling. It's like, just go away, please.
Oh no! What's really funny is when dudes will try to hit on me when I'm with Jason, and it's like you realize that's my husband, and it's like they have
Doesn't
no
matter.
concept.
Challenge
No
accepted.
concept. I'm like,
Please tell me their face is white. Please.
I'm like,
You know that's
do
a whole
not
fetish
see
thing
this.
in porn, right? Like that does have nothing to do anything.
All right.
It-
What,
Right.
cucking?
It can. Yeah. It is. Guys, people won't stop.
oh,
No, they
I'm
won't.
like, do you not see him standing next to me? All right.
Surely not.
No, they do.
Oh
No,
my
they
God.
see him. They just don't care.
I had that happen to me. I was like,
Oh
told
no,
the
there
guy I
have
was
been guys
married.
who completely had no clue that he was my husband. I'm like, this is my husband. And they're like, I'm like, oh my God, you're gonna get your ass handed to you.
I had one customer that didn't care that I was married, and I was like, I'm married, I'm taken, like, here you go. And he was like, so? And I'm like, ugh.
That happened
What
to me with
kind
a
of
college.
no?
That happened to me with a college kid. I was like, dude, you're too young for me. Go away.
I have to say the catcalling is the worst. I
I got
absolutely
used
hate
to that when I went to school in Richmond, and it's an urban college. Oh, I got catcalled all the time.
I got catcalled at work.
Can't say that it's happened. See, like we've had this conversation. I don't like I sit here like I feel so like an alien. When we have this
I just don't think
conversation.
you noticed
Be
it.
glad you haven't had experience with that.
Yeah.
I don't even like
Not
I don't
something you're missing.
I don't even get the messages, like the private messages, DMs, none of that. Like never. I never have.
I don't get those, but this was more back in the day. But I went to college in Buffalo, New York, in the city too, and I would be walking back from the bio building, which was like away from the main campus a little bit, and so I had to like walk a block, past a parking garage, which was deserted, some residential streets that had never anybody out, and I would get these jackasses driving up next to me, all slow, rolling slow, trying to talk to me, and I'm like, please stop. Like, I get safe,
My girlfriends used to hang out the car doors car windows while I was driving and like catcalled all the construction workers. That used to go down. That didn't happen to me. That, they're shaking their tits out the window like, hey, baby, like, to give it back to them, you know what I mean? But
they turned the tables on them.
yeah, that's what happened too.
There you
Awesome.
go.
Well, like, I
Oh
would get
God, Nick's
catcalled-
trying to tell a joke in the chat.
I would get
Uh-oh.
catcalled and I'd just wave and I'd keep walking.
Oh, I scoff. I'm like,
Oh
oh.
god.
Honestly, I didn't care. I was just like, whatever.
I decided I couldn't hear him. I'm just like, do, 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 do.
I was like, I'm either going to class or I'm going back to my car or whatever. I'm like,
I think one time I flipped the middle finger while I was walking away. I think that was not nice that day. I was just like, F you. I don't.
I just got used to it being in the city, in a city environment. I was just
Oh,
like,
yeah. Mm.
it happens.
It's kind of sad. Hmm.
You guys are funny.
At this point, I'm like, I don't care.
Hmm.
I've had parents of students at my school try to hit on me, and I'm like, really? No. I know your life don't.
So to kind of like transition back around, Maya, is there anything that you'd like to say or talk about before we continue down this off the rails situation that we always end up on. Is there anything you'd like to pinpoint?
Well, before we end.
Well, I was just wondering if, I just wanted to thank everybody for being so supportive and everything. It's been tremendous. But I was just going to ask you guys if you had any other questions, anything anybody was curious about, because I'm pretty open. I mean, there's very few things that I won't talk about. But, so, I mean, I was just going to leave it to you guys to ask anything.
When it pops up, because I'm like, I'll have all my questions ready at once. So I'll let you know. Definitely. I'm myself, I'm still trying to get used to, because I've never been exposed to transgender people. And I've never been, I've never seen it from this side before. So I'm just trying to get more comfortable with it myself and go okay, yeah, this is what we live in. These people feel this way, and that's fine. So if I am offensive, if I am out of line, please let me know, because I will.
That's what I've been
myself.
getting the most. That's what I get the most from everybody. Is like, look, I don't mean if I slip up. I'm sorry if I say anything offensive. Please let me know. Okay, I will. But don't stress about it, because slip ups are going to happen, and I'm not going to get angry at a slip up, especially in the first week. You know.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. That's really my main concern.
Don't stress about it, because if it happens, it happens.
Okay.
Well,
Now I have a question.
Go for it.
Are you going to keep doing your podcasts? Because you're on numerous podcasts.
That's why I have taken a step back, because I didn't know how that was going to be. Now, of course, I have stayed on all queued up, and of course, we have a new episode coming out tomorrow where I tell the story on there. If anybody would be interested in hearing that on their drive to work tomorrow morning, it publishes at 6 a.m. But hey, we're not here to. That wasn't the question. I have
Shameless plugs are accepted.
Yeah. Fine. Plugs are good.
Plug away.
Yeah, we don't care if
I
anyone
have
plugs other
no
stuff.
qualms. I have no qualms or issues with the other guys, and that's something that I initially was going to step away because I didn't feel that I would be accepted, which in hindsight was stupid. So yeah, I'm staying. And I'm going to talk to Ace. I'm going to talk to Ace and see if it's okay if I come back on Figure Banging, if they're cool with it. And I'm sure he would be. He's extremely extremely supportive and everything. I haven't had the formal conversation, but yeah, I'm going to, keep doing the things that I'm doing. I'm still doing the hobbies that I love. I'm painting miniatures. I'm actually working on one, here that I've been painting for a contest next week. I'm still building dioramas and things like that. It's just mainly it's just making what's out here match what's in here, and just seeing what happens and rolling with it as it comes.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, you guys aren't rid of me yet. Show needed some fucking eye candy anyway. What was that?
MPSP definitely needed some eye candy.
And mine, Jason has said that he wants you to come on his show as a guest.
Yeah, we'll see.
You're going to be popular.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to want to meet you.
I mean, I'm all for it. I just,
You be that podcast whore.
I mean, I'm a monogamous whore. Monogamous to that one in there.
It's awesome.
Well, anywho, if that's all the questions that we have for this evening, we'll wrap everything up. So before we leave for the night, does anyone have anything that they would like to add or finish up for tonight?
Well, thank you for coming on, Maya. This was absolutely awesome, and you are welcome anytime.
Well,
Heck yeah.
Thank you all for reaching out. I know when I spoke to Chan on the phone the Monday before I came out last week, is a week ago this past Monday. And she said, think about coming on as a guest. We'd love to have you. And, Anna, of course, and Kate, everybody doubled down on that. And it's like, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's. And I was a little nervous because first time appearing publicly like this, in video form, and people seen pictures, but a picture is completely different. Somebody could say, oh, well, he's just fucking with us, No, this is it. This is legit. And
Well, I'll say that smile speaks
Yes.
volumes.
Yes.
I will definitely say when you came out that Friday with that photo, it definitely brought tears to my eyes. I mean, because it was so powerful.
I had a few happy tears. It fucked up my mascara too.
I don't think I've ever seen you smile that big.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Ever.
Not like that. No.
And it reached your eyes.
Yeah.
That's when you
I mean,
really
your
know
eyes,
that you're happy
your
as it
eyes were
reached your
smiling.
eyes.
Your eyes were smiling.
Yeah.
And
That's awesome to see.
And my happiness level has been just off the charts.
Good.
So good.
That's
It's
awesome.
been tremendous, and yeah, it's being in therapy and this and everything that's happened and it's happening, still happening. It's just been amazing for my mental health. It really has. And I know a lot of people had been worried about me all summer long.
Yes.
And I hereby sincerely apologize for having you guys worry about me. But I kept saying, look, I'm okay, but I'm not okay. I just wasn't ready to tell people what I wasn't okay about, but why I was okay. And I got to the point where I could tell everybody. And I'm so much freer and happier that I was able to do so.
I'm glad you made it to that point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same. Absolutely.
Because there are many people out there who still struggle with it.
Yeah.
Can I share this person's journey with you? Do you see that?
Oh, I
Yes.
love that girl.
Aw.
Love that
Aw.
girl.
Look there.
Sweet.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
love it.
That's great.
You see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I love her. I can't wait. We can't wait for us to come up for her birthday.
I love it.
Wow.
Very
And-
cool.
It's great.
And now we have a very, very happy person.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's
There
awesome.
you go. Yay.
I love that girl.
That
love
is
her
great.
so much.
It's
Yeah, I'm
nice
hoping-
when you can tell someone is comfortable with themselves. And it's very obvious, Maya. It's very obvious.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, you guys have certainly helped take any of that initial nervousness about appearing that I had completely gone as soon as we started airing. Once I was able to get the frog out of my throat.
Well,
Kiss
you
to
know
the
you're not
curb.
supposed to eat them.
I mean, kissing them's fine, but
Well, they're all
you're not. You're not
boys,
Baby
you know,
Yoda.
Come on.
You're not Baby Yoda. You're not supposed to eat the frogs.
Exactly.
Hot coffee can help with that. Oh.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
give me
right.
Yoda.
cheeky nuggies, chocolate milk. Cheeky nuggies, chocolate milk.
You got your flashy one.
I got
Oh my God.
my earlobes fell off. I can't
She
find
should.
them.
Naked.
She showed.
Oh, we're
Mine
showing
are
Baby
naked.
Yoda. I'll go get. Oh, do that, and then I'll finish up the show.
My flashy Baby Yoda.
Knocked over my bobblehead Yoda, my baby Yoda. Oh crap!
And
mine are
when she realized that, yeah, he's a flasher, she got all excited.
That was fun.
I just got this one.
Nice.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness. What?
That's cool.
Holy
That is
crap.
I'm not a big Pops fan, but that's
Mm-mm.
cool.
I collect
Oh,
the
yeah.
Star Wars ones. I don't.
So I've actually decided I'm going to start spending money and collecting something I've been wanting to collect for a while.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
Wow.
but you got
Very nice, very nice.
natural, right?
I'm keeping this one because it comes with the whole little set.
Oh, that's
It comes with
awesome.
all the stuff. This one's just the doll itself. But still, I have two for right now.
That's
I
awesome.
finally,
Oh, cool.
I finally decided though, because I love that show Supernatural, right?
Yeah.
And Nick, for a present, got me 2 pictures autographed by the cast. So I've got them framed and up. So I've decided I'm probably going to start collecting more stuff from them. I foresee
Sweet.
my disposable income going poof.
Oh, there's that rabbit hole. You toed
Yeah.
that rabbit hole.
I'm towing the line. I have a few things here and there. I got a couple of like the Culture Fly boxes, the subscription boxes.
Yeah.
I let it go because it was a little. I was like, this is expensive. I need to let this go. So I missed a box, which actually turned out fine because it didn't have anything I really wanted. Yeah, I signed up for it again.
Well, Anna will be excited about this, but I finally took my only Mythic Legions out of the box and have her up on display.
Yay! You know
Only-
you're going to end up with more. You're going to end up with more.
Only Mythic Legion, and she's on the same shelf with my Iron Giant that Jason got me.
Which one did you get?
It's hold on.
Here we go.
It's Sharon Toys.
Show and tell.
Yeah.
All of mine are laying down on shelves because we just put everything back together
Mine
again.
are all
Kind of.
upstairs. I'm like in the basement, so I can't.
Oh, very nice.
It's not the heavy one. He's not got
That's
the weight.
I know which one that is.
Yeah.
And now my brain just stopped. Crystal has the same one. Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I have both of the 1,000 toys.
Yeah, I want those because those are nice. They've got the heft to it, but we got this one up at Tashi Station.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
It's funny,
All
Hill.
right.
We are at the end of the show for it. So just some quick
Little
shout out
doggy.
for some of the people here. We got the Masterpiece Peace Theater, we got Shelf Gravy, we got the Nerds Has Spoken, we have Amber's Design, and so please commission her for anything that you have. What is it again?
She
It's
makes amazing things, by the way.
Magica?
It's
Make a
Make a design.
Guys,
Yeah.
Project Magic. You got me all
Yeah.
Magic
think of it as make a design.
Make a
And I am
Make
going
a
to plug
design.
you
Make a design.
because I commissioned you to make an amazing gift for my son.
That
I'm
was
saving
beautiful.
I am saving it for Christmas now because I think it'll actually go.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah.
he wants to be Kylo Ren probably for Halloween.
Okay.
Okay.
But so I'm saving it for Christmas. But oh my God, it's absolutely flipping amazing. And how fast you got that done was shocking.
Oh, you're
So
welcome.
commission
I
her,
have,
seriously.
I have my husband as a shipping manager, so you have to give him credit for that one. So he got so much. Oh man.
Quality, it's absolutely fantastically amazing.
So the next Doctor Who scarf is coming right here, right?
Because my friend Eric actually just commissioned me right after I was done with hers. So, but still, I don't care. Go ahead. I will do one for you. Just help me.
Put me on the list, baby. Put me on the list.
Yeah. Yes, I will. I'll let you know when that one's done. Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might need to have you make a half Gryffindor, half Hufflepuff.
Ooh, and also just a little plug. I'm also trying to create my own Etsy and maybe start putting out more Transformers related designs, knit stuff.
Sweet.
So you guys have suggestions or just be on the lookout for that type of stuff, I'll let y'all know.
Sweet.
There you go.
Excellent.
Outside of that, you of course can find us on all social medias if you want to reach out and speak to any of us, as well as the Facebook's probably the easiest one if you want to speak to any of us on any of those things, as well as you can listen to us all on your favorite podcasts. This list needs to be updated. We're almost on anything and everything. If you have any requests, of course, let Anna know. She'll probably get us on anything else there. I think she has us on everything.
We just got accepted to Alexa, so we're
really
getting
good.
there. Yeah. That one took a while. I was worried because I was like, uh-oh, they're not going to accept us. We cuss too much.
And outside of that, I want to just wish you all a wonderful Thursday evening and see you guys next week.
Thank you for coming.
Night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.